Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And if we're a little echoey, it is because we're in the new studio. We don't have all the soundproofing up yet, and it's big and empty. We need more furniture. So, anyway, we're going to talk about this. Geeky sent this over this morning that celebrities who are our moral compass.
That's right, Hollywood.
They're boycotting Instagram and Facebook in protest.
Yeah, does anybody care?
No, because they're always boycotting.
They're claiming that the Facebook stock went down or whatever, which could be the case. But, you know, for the most part, people don't really give a shit about celebrities. And they're getting really tired of celebrities trying to tell them what's right and wrong in the world.
Well, for 24 hours, celebrities are making the ultimate sacrifice of freezing their Facebook and Instagram accounts.
Yeah, they're making the sacrifice of you not kissing their ass for 24 hours and telling them how wonderful they are. Because that, you know, upvotes and likes are what they live on. They're holding their breath for 24 hours.
So I have to wonder if this isn't going to go like the Black Square debacle, where people are going to be called out for only fasting from Instagram for 23 hours or fasting from Instagram for 25 hours.
That's right.
It has to be exactly 24 hours or you will be shamed.
I don't know. So what they're mad about and what they want to protest is a misinformation on Facebook and Instagram. But only, you know, I love it because they're talking about how, there's a lot of stuff out there that's not true, which that is true. There's a lot of stuff out there that's not true. But what they're protesting is misinformation that, you know, the propaganda that they don't like.
Yeah.
You know, it's all misinformation. Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation. I'm going to tell you straight out from somebody who's, you know, more in the middle. We lean left, but we're left middle. There is a lot of BS and garbage and flat out lies on both sides. But only some of those lies count, and they're being sponsored by groups like the NAACP and diversity groups. So what agenda, you know, do you think there's no agenda there? I sure as hell don't believe that there's no agenda there, that they're just about honesty, sincerity. They're going on about how all these lies are causing this infighting and this division. And I am 100%, you know, for this division to be stopped. I think it's stupid. However, some of the people causing the most division is Hollywood or these journalists that keep, you know, making shit up. I mean, we saw what happened with that kid that he won with the MAGA hat kid, because the way these places ran with it, and the celebrities were out there bashing him and all that other crap, because that's the news and the truth they want to listen to. It all turned out to be a lie.
Yeah, so basically what's going on here is, you know, it comes down to social media, because for the last 4 years we've been hearing that it was Facebook's fault and 4chan's fault that Donald Trump got elected. Mm-hmm. So they've been, you know, now Facebook has come out and said they're not going to censor Donald Trump unless he says something that's egregiously false, that they're going to be neutral. And ever since then, Hollywood's lost its shit, because we know they don't actually like real net neutrality, because look at Twitter.
Right. They're mad because they don't own it. They don't own the narrative on Facebook, and they're pissed about it.
Right. And they're going to be pissed here pretty soon. We'll talk about this a little bit later. They're already starting to case build against TikTok because Oracle, which is supposedly going to not buy, but help bring TikTok over here or keep TikTok here, they're huge Trump supporters.
How that can't happen. Which one are you going to do? Which would you rather have, TikTok or that? You know, I mean, which hill are you going to die on? You know? And the thing is, like, this other thing with these celebrities, which, first of all, Kanye West is one of them. Kanye West, didn't he like say he was running for president? So isn't that a conflict of interest? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, who knows? He's up and down, no pun intended. But it's like, because he says he's bipolar. But it's like, you know, he's already running for an office, so isn't that conflict of interest for him to I'm protesting unless you run the narrative that I like? And they're calling it the Stop Hate for Profit. I agree. Stop hate for profit. Then Hollywood, get up to the podium, because you should be the first ones to be stopping hate for profit, because Hollywood and the media are the ones that keep perpetuating this bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So this is coming from Click Orlando, of all places. Kim Kardashian, West, Katy Perry, Leonardo DiCaprio, all of them pillars of moral virtue, and other celebrities, because God knows we need them. Other celebrities are taking part in a 24-hour Instagram freeze on Wednesday to protest against what they say is parent company Facebook's failure to tackle violent and hateful content and election misinformation.
Right, that's just it. I mean, but they're supposed to be double checking this stuff. I have gotten many posts that have this might not be true. Here's why. Now, I will say it tends to lean one way over another, which I found interesting. But there's a lot of misinformation out there. People are sharing it without sources or any kind of proof of this.
Right.
And I'm just really sick and tired. No, I guess it might not be Kanye, it's his wife, but the same difference. Her husband's supposedly running for president. That's a conflict of interest.
So I love this though. This is like, I feel like we should get out a little tiny violin and play some music here. I can't sit by and stay silent while these platforms continue to allow the spreading of hate, propaganda, and misinformation created by groups to sow division and split America apart, only to take steps after people are killed.
That's my violin, I suck at it.
So her solution, her big brain solution is to stay off of Instagram for one whole day.
That's gonna save the world.
That is, these celebrities, you want to talk about tone deaf, one whole day. I guess for them that is a big deal. When you're living on Instagram and you're living on Twitter and Facebook and
you need everybody to kiss your ass 24/7.
One whole day is a huge sacrifice.
Yeah, because they're going to teach Twitter, or they're going to teach, they already taught Twitter, Twitter's on their side. They're going to teach Facebook, who owns Instagram, to make sure that they learn their place and that, they have to take a hit and money so that they listen to them and post only what they approve of, is basically what it sounds like. And it's like, remember how Twitter celebrated when they took the blue checks down?
Yeah. That's basically it. The rest of the world is like, these celebrities are completely up their own asses, and they need to get their heads out of their asses. And yeah, how important do they think they are? Like, we know that in the world, with everything going on in the world right now, the most important thing is that Kim Kardashian posts on Instagram every day. And you're not going to get her Instagram post today because she wants to change the world.
Right. So that's going to make a difference. Stop hate. I agree with 100% stop hate. But this whole idea that you're going to try to bully Facebook into basically, following the narrative that all the other social media accounts have. I mean, we saw Twitter, they'll let stuff trend and let it stay up when if it was anybody else that was on the left, they would have taken down. It's a load of shit, and it's all a big scam. They own all the outlets. So of course they're going to push a narrative. And I'd say the exact same thing if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Because it's bullshit either way.
Yeah. So Ashton Kutcher, Mark Ruffalo, Kerry Washington, Rosario Dawson, Jamie Foxx, and Sacha Baron Cohen
all people known for activism
were among the 24 Hollywood stars and celebrity influencers supporting the campaign. So 24 celebrities decide that they're going to make the ultimate sacrifice to stay off of Instagram for one day and protest.
Right. And they lost 1.7%.
How fucking important do they think they are that anybody's even going to notice?
But that's the problem. Hollywood. Everybody's leaving Hollywood. And the reason they're leaving Hollywood is because these people have such an overinflated opinion of their importance. Overinflated opinion of that what they say should matter. I'm like, at the end of the day, these people are nobodies. They're not heroes. They get paid to pretend to be somebody else or take pictures of their ass. That's what they're known for. Meanwhile, real heroes are out there dying, fighting fires, teaching in schools and putting their lives at risk and all this other shit, be it, COVID or just violence in general. There's real heroes out there every day, and they don't get a voice because people like this run social media, and they are so up their own asses with their influencer deals and all this other shit. Sit down, Karens. No one cares.
So they're really going to lose their shit, and they're already starting to lose their shit over Oracle. Supposedly, there's a deal being worked out with Oracle. Now, they're not buying TikTok, but they're going to, I don't know, launder it or something. I don't know exactly the specifics of the deal, but there is a deal involved with Oracle. And the funny thing is every one of these celebrities, every computer device they use probably runs Oracle software.
Well, they're not saying about that yet.
Not yet.
They're too busy protesting Facebook because they didn't Facebook stayed neutral. How dare they? How very dare they not pander and kiss their ass?
Yeah. They're basically going, that's just it. They're going through and they're trying to find the platforms that won't kowtow like Twitter. I mean, Twitter is a huge activist platform, and if your platform wants to remain neutral, it's
as they should.
As they should. I mean, I am all for, flagging and removing legitimate, misleading content.
Yes, 100%.
But just because the content maybe doesn't agree with your opinions,
Doesn't make it untrue.
Doesn't make it untrue. Sometimes numbers, don't lie, but it is about control. And Twitter is so locked down. These celebrities are so used to being in that bubble that they think everybody should play by the same rules. And then when alternatives pop up like Parlay, which I haven't even been over there in like 2 months.
I need to too. I keep forgetting
it exists. But like when alternatives pop up, immediately they start smearing it. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, it's a right wing, whatever.
Well, they want to control it. It's all about control. And Hollywood, they keep doing these fundraisers and using these celebrities to do like they're going to do readings of, they was it Parks and Rec are doing one, and the Princess Bride cast were doing one, and they're all using it to raise money for the causes they believe in, which is okay. Except that those things aren't going to ever be blocked. They'll be lauded, but then anybody has an opinion different from them, it'll be blocked. Now I'm not going to sit there and tell you that everything on Twitter, if it's on one side it's true and another side it's false, because that's not true. There is a lot of shit and misinformation on both sides. 100% agree with that. 100% that there's a lot of divisionary tactics being used by the media, by certain groups to try to cause more conflict than there should be. For whatever reason, whatever gain they get from it. It happens the election year. You figure it out. I'm just sick and tired of it. And I don't need celebrities to tell me that only certain groups that happen to be what they support are all these upstanding, honest people.
Yeah, it's and I think it's the Twitter, because Twitter has created this, I think this bubble where you're not allowed to have any dissenting opinion on any other social media platform. It really started with, I think, Tumblr, where people were group shamed. Mm-hmm. And then they all came over to Twitter, and they started. Now, Twitter at that point had already been used by celebrities and journalists, so it had a little more clout. But then once the Tumblr crowd came over,
so the bullying had more clout.
The bullying had more. Yeah, exactly.
It's bullying. I don't care what you say. At the end of the day, I don't care which side you're on. If you're a bully, you're a bully.
And this is all about platform clout, public shaming. I think they want Facebook to kowtow, so they'd be like, well, there's nowhere to run, Yahtzees, because if you go to Facebook, we're going to get you on Facebook, we're going to get you on Twitter, we're going to get you on YouTube.
But it doesn't matter. If you don't agree with everything they say, you're automatically labeled as that. I can't remember how many times, I can't tell you how many times we've been called those names ourselves, and we actually lean left.
Yeah, we're actually moderates.
So it's like, you know what? Kiss my ass. And I think the majority of America is just sick of Hollywood. And Hollywood is falling apart. People are leaving in droves of California. It's one giant cluster. And honestly, Joe Q Public and Janie Q Public don't give a shit anymore. They're tired of your crap. They don't care what, Kim Kardashian has to say.
I could just see this being a parody. Like 20 years ago, this would have been a parody. Like, instead of singing "We Are the World," I could just see them, doing some sort. Well, they could do the stupid song like they did the Imagine, but then as they do it, then at the end of it, they just all hold up their phones and just turn them off. For 24 hours, we're making the ultimate sacrifice. Just how all the poor kids in Africa don't have cell phones and access to Instagram. We're turning our Instagram off too in solidarity with them. But we'll be back tomorrow, guys, with more hot takes. Get your likes ready. 24 hours without us. How are you gonna survive?
For a lot of people, it's like time to celebrate, like the ding dong, and just like I'm just sick and tired.
That's Chris Evans. That's his Instagram.
No, but I will give him credit for one thing. He took the negative and turned it into a positive. He came back and his only comment about it was, whoops, I screwed up. Now that I have your attention, make sure you vote. I was like, well, I'll give him credit for that. That was pretty funny. But it's just like, I'm just tired of these celebrities who are so entitled, so out of touch, so far up their own ass in their own echo chambers. And when they don't have an echo chamber, they make sure they drive everybody out or off of platforms or out of Hollywood or whatever to make sure that their echo chamber continues.
Yeah.
Instead of having to listen to other opinions and understand that, hey, the world's split and there's, you have to appeal to everyone to make money and to, be a real human being. You have to listen. They just make their echo chamber. They just do what they can to make the echo chamber bigger, so they can just hear themselves and everybody. Yes, you're right. I'm gonna kiss your ass harder.
So these celebrities are America's asses.
Pretty much. These are America's ass.
And the flyover states are getting pretty sick of this too. It's not working anymore. We'll see what's left of Hollywood. It's gonna be interesting to see where Hollywood is 2 years from now without money. without people, you know, as it can see if it's still standing, if it hasn't been burnt down yet. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna wrap this one up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.